Hello, grab a seat, grab your favorite beverage because we have a lot of freebies this month. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Jen, and this is A Better Life with Jen. And I am going to do another one of my freebies videos. As I've said before, these are some of my favorite videos to film because it gives me a chance to look back on the previous month and see everything that I was able to get for free or virtually free. So the month of May was really good. Lots of free stuff. Chase credit card company came through. So there's some new stuff that I was able to get, some new benefits that I was able to take advantage of. So we're going to go through everything. I will start with the things that are absolutely free, and those are the things from the grocery store and other store loyalty accounts. So you sign up for these, they're free to sign up for, they have an app, and then weekly, sometimes the stores are not weekly, but sometimes weekly, you get a free item. You just add it to your app. You go in and get the free item. You do not have to purchase anything else. And oftentimes that's the only thing I go in and get. So let's go ahead and start with SaveMart. SaveMart is a local grocery store, and they always have a Friday freebie item, which actually lasts the entire weekend. So it gives you a little bit, more of a chance to run in and get it if you're busy on Friday. So SaveMart had some good stuff this month, so we'll go through that. The first item was a bubbly, and I love bubbly. This is a Bubbly Burst sparkling water beverage. This one is a little different than just the cans of bubbly, which I really like, which are just sparkling water. This has a tiny bit of fruit juice in it, so 1% juice, so not very much. And this I picked up mango lime. The next item that they had was a peace tea. This is a lemon flavored canned iced tea. We had a sparkling mineral water I got, so this will be great, like this. Had another type of energy drink that I've never heard of before, and this is called Ardor Energy Sparkling Water, and the flavor that I picked was Mexican lime. And then the other item they had was not a beverage, but it was a container of, I can't believe it's not butter, in the garlic flavor. So this is a spray that you can spray on vegetables, bread, whatever you want. So some really, really great stuff. The nice thing about SaveMart is their Friday freebie item, they usually have it right up front when you walk in. So you don't have to search the store for it. It's literally right there with a sign that says freebie. And they've even had where if they are out of the item, they will substitute another item that you get. So you still get something free. So they win in terms of the grocery store freebie items. The other grocery store that had some free items this month was Safeway. Now, Safeway is not as consistent, so it's not every week, but occasionally they have a free item. Now, the downside of Safeway is it's not front and center when you walk in. You have to search the store for it, and more often than not, they don't have the item in stock. So that's a little bit disappointing when you go searching for it and it's not even there. But I did get a couple of things from Safeway. And the first one was called Plezzy Fizz. And this is a, like one of those probiotic sparkling drinks. And I got orange mango. And then the other thing that they had, a free item, was a bottle of their brand of essentially Pedialyte. So it's an electrolyte beverage, which is actually great during the summer, to rehydrate with. So the other couple of items that Safeway had this month, they were out of stock. So that was a little bit frustrating, but they're free, so I can't complain too much. So those were the only two things from Safeway. The next store that is consistent and I love is Maverick. So Maverick is a gas station with a very nice, very large mini mart with it, and they have a Friday freebie item. Theirs is only good for Friday, so you have to stop on Friday. But then periodically throughout the week, they will sometimes send a text with another free item, so you can go in and get that as well. So got some great stuff at Maverick, so we'll go through that. The first one was a Propel Fitness water. So this is really nice. This is just water with some electrolytes in it. and I got the flavor of berry, so that was good. A Monster energy drink. This is the smaller can, the 12-ounce can, and this was the flavor of, it's their white flavor. I'm not actually sure what flavor it is. I've had it before. It's pretty good. Another energy drink, and this was a Rockstar, and I picked grape. Had another recovery hydration drink, and this is peach mango. So once again, has some sodium in it, some carbohydrates to help with rehydration. Got a free Twix bar, so that was a nice little surprise text I got. That was great. And then the other thing that was a free item was a large cup of coffee. Obviously, I've drunk it. This is empty, but wanted to save this just to remind myself that I got it. They actually have really good coffee. So if you were traveling and you need to stop for coffee, it's cheap and it's really good. It's like the best gas station coffee I have ever had. So Maverick did not disappoint this month. A couple other stores that were sort of not always and not consistent, but were great this month was Cost Plus World Market. So I have an account with them, once again, free, and they sent a $5 free for being a member. Here, come in and spend $5, whatever you want. So I got a couple items. Obviously, $5 isn't a ton, but I did get a bag of the Kettle brand potato chips, but these are the air fried potato chips. So a little bit healthier than your regular deep fried potato chips. So I wanted to try those. And then I got, was looking for something else. This was less than $5, wanted something small to add to it. And so I got a package of these butterscotch hard candies. So essentially butterscotch lifesavers. Butterscotch was like my favorite flavor. So got those, can't complain if it's free. The other one, thanks to a viewer, Patrick turned me on and suggested that I get the CVS app, which I did not have before. So I downloaded that, got their loyalty account, and they randomly send coupons. Sometimes they're for specific types of items, like $1 off a specific, health sort of item. But sometimes it's just random. Here's $4 free. And I got a couple of those this month, so that was incredible. So I went in and I got a Twix. I like Twix. It's like one of my favorite candy bars because it has caramel. And then I also got a couple of these icebreaker mints. I love these, so got a couple of these. So that was a great surprise from CVS. So those were all of the free, loyalty store app ones. Now we'll move into some of the credit card bonuses. And we will start with American Express. So we have the American Express Personal Gold Card. And every month you get a $7 Dunkin' Donuts credit. So I add that to the app. You just reload your app with $7 because we don't have a local Dunkin' Donuts, but you can use it when you travel. So downloaded, added that to the app. Also, they have a $10 credit that you can use at Five Guys. You can use it at Cheesecake Factory. You can use it at Grubhub. So I usually just go to Five Guys and grab a $10 gift card. You pay for the $10 gift card with your credit card, and then you get a credit on your credit card statement for $10. So ends up being free. I have a whole collection of these now. So my husband will use these, can go into Five Guys and use the gift cards, or, you could give them away as gifts if you wanted. The other thing with the American Express Personal Gold Card is it does have a $10 Uber credit, which you can also use for Uber Eats. So I use it for Uber Eats every month because we don't use Uber. And I just go through the Uber Eats app and see what has a deal. So oftentimes I go to Chipotle because they don't mark up on the Uber Eats app. But this month I decided to switch it up a little bit, asked my husband what he wanted. I read off, here's your options. Here's the ones that have great deals. And a lot of them had to buy one, get one free. So he chose Habit Burger. He really likes Habit Burger. So I went to Habit. It was buy one, get one free on their double patty cheeseburgers. And they're like $11.50 a piece. So buy one, get one free with the $10 credit. So essentially for like $1.50, he got 2 double cheeseburgers. He had one for dinner and then warmed one up for lunch the next day. So I thought that was a really great deal. Couldn't pass that one up. So now we will move into Chase. And like I said, Chase came through this month with some new credits. So the first one is the $10 DoorDash credit. So this one, I use every month. It is on the Chase Sapphire Preferred that we have. However, last month my husband has had that card. I also got that card because they were having a phenomenal sign-on bonus to get a bunch of points. So now I have my own version of that card, which means we get 2 $10 DoorDash credits. Now, you do have to set up separate DoorDash accounts for each card, but it's so easy to switch between the accounts in your phone. You just toggle between them. So I make one order in one account, and then another day I just make another order in another account. And because I don't want to pay delivery fees, I always choose someplace that I can pick up. Now, this DoorDash credit does not work for restaurants. So it's convenience stores, grocery stores. The only convenience store that has pickup is 7-Eleven. So I choose that and I just place an order and go and pick it up. So I will show you. This month I have 2 bags from 7-Eleven. So the first one, I got these protein Pop-Tarts. I love these things. They're really good. And I will normally actually pay way too much money for these. So free was incredible. So the only flavor they have is the chocolate cake. If I was actually paying for them, the brown sugar cinnamon is my favorite, but I will take this for free. So this is a Legendary Foods chocolate cake protein pastry. So it's like a Pop-Tart, but much, much healthier, has 20 grams of protein. So I really like these. So in this order, I got 2 of these. I also got a Bear Bells protein bar in the flavor of chocolate dough. And then this was interesting. I had added to my order a different type of protein bar. And I went and I picked up my bag. It's all stapled, whatever. I get out to my car. I look at it. I'm like, that's not what I ordered. That's very interesting. But because I wasn't paying for any of it, I wasn't going to go back in and try to change it out. I'm like, whatever, it's fine. So what I got, probably never would have picked this, but they might be actually good. I'm going to try this. It is a thing of Blue Diamond almonds. However, it's like a collab with 7-Eleven, and it is a Slurpee flavor in the flavor of cherry. So they might actually be good. For free, I'll try them out. Like I said, it wasn't worth the hassle since I wasn't paying for it to go in and try to switch out to what I actually put in my order. So it's all fine. So that was the first $10 order. The second order I got with the other card, I got a bottle of Diet Mountain Dew. I love diet sodas. And this was on a special, so it was like $1. So couldn't pass that up in there. And then I got 3 more of the chocolate cake protein Pop-Tarts. I really do like them. I buy them anyways, so I might as well get them for free. So those were the DoorDash credits from the 2 separate Chase Sapphire Preferred cards that we have. And then Chase started, so this is a new benefit. Chase started a new benefit this month on some of their cards, not all, but I have a couple of them. And that is on their a couple of their business cards, the Business Cash, which I don't have, but the Business Unlimited, which I do have. And those are free cards, no annual fee. And what they added this month was you get a $25 Instacart credit. So you just use, it's automatically loaded when you select that specific card to pay for on your Instacart app. You get a $25 off of your Instacart order. So could not pass that up. Obviously, once again, I want to choose pickup because I don't want to pay a delivery fee or have to tip a delivery person. You can get free delivery, but I don't want to have to tip. So I chose Sprouts for the reason that the prices are the same in Instacart app as they are if you go into the store and buy it yourself. So really great. Now, it's a $25 credit. But in order to get free pickup with no service fee, your order has to be $35. So I did place a $35 order, but I got $25 off. So essentially I got $25 worth of free stuff, and I like Sprouts. There's things that I buy there anyways, so I would have purchased these things anyways. So I didn't feel like I had to buy stuff to get something for free because I would have purchased this anyways. They also have several of the other cards, which I have one of the co-branded United business cards, and several of their other cards now also have a $10 Instacart credit. The bad thing is you can't stack the credits, so you can't use them both on the same order, so you have to place separate orders. So the $10 credit isn't quite as great of a deal because you would have to place a $35 order to get the free pickup. You'll get $10 off. If it's stuff you're going to buy anyways, it's, $10 off. It's a great deal. I probably won't always use that one every month, but I will use the $25 one every month. So what I got a box of, actually I got several, of this decaf cold brew. The brand is Wandering Bear. This stuff is great. I love cold brew coffee. However, it's always caffeinated, and cold brew coffee is actually more caffeinated than regular brewed coffee. And I love to have this in the evening just as something, sort of, I add a little bit of almond milk and a little bit of sugar-free syrup to it. So I love to have that in the evening, but I don't want all the caffeine. I've tried to brew my own cold brew. It's not very good. It's not nearly as good. So if you have a great way to do it, let me know in the comments. But I found this brand that actually makes a decaf cold brew called Wandering Bear. And I have purchased it before from Amazon, but my local Sprouts has it. And I was like, this is the perfect time to get it. So I got like 4 boxes of these. I did use 2 orders this month, so I got a lot of this. It's just so good. The stuff is so smooth. It's really, really good. And so I got several of these. And actually, it was cheaper at Sprouts than it was on Amazon. So great deal. I also got a couple, I like Walden Farms salad dressings. So I got a couple of these with my order. This is Buffalo Ranch and Honey Dijon. And then I got these Egg Life egg white wraps, which I really like. They're just egg whites and a little bit of xanthan gum for a thickener. This is sweet cinnamon, so it has a little bit of cinnamon with it, but they also have an unflavored and they have an everything bagel. They're super flexible. You can use them as like a tortilla wrap, whatever you want. I love to use these, a great source of protein. So I got a couple of these in my order as well. So all stuff that I would normally buy, but I was able to save $25 on the order. So that was everything this month. It was a great haul. Like I said, some new benefits that I took advantage of, some of the standard, benefits that I use every month. So I hope you enjoyed this haul. Really, really good stuff. I'm super excited. I always get this and then I save it, so I don't actually eat any of it until after I film. So now I'm excited to be able to eat some of it and use it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Comment, let me know any other store benefits that you use or anything that I'm missing out on so that I can take advantage of them all. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you next week with another video.